DVD Era TV back at y'all with another one live from the dirty section of YouTube. Y'all know the slogan. Today we gonna talk about that Trick and Trick Daddy situation. Now let's get into it.
Mixtapes and DVDs is my era.
Facts.
We did it better.
Yep.
Pelly leathers,
Facts.
ACG boots. We 80s babies and early 90s when it got grimy. I was out of this world, you could not find me unless you checked the lobby. Hustling was my hobby. We was lobby boys before Jim Jones. You could catch me in Harlem eating Jimbos.
Now in the late 90s, early 2000s, Trick Daddy was well respected in Miami. He's still respected to this day, but then was a time where he was very well respected. And at this time, Trick Daddy had a lot of success in the hip hop industry. But Mr. No Fly Zone himself, Trick, was in Miami and he found himself in a very uncomfortable situation. Now, Trick was booked to perform at Trick Daddy's birthday bash after party. And, you know, early on that day, he said that he was told by the promoter, like, you might not want to go down there. Trick Daddy, a funny style type of dude, so it's best that you not go down there. He like, what, man? I'm going down there. I'm trying to get this money, that's all. Now, after Trick was advised not to go to the after party, being that him and Trick Daddy had similar names, Trick will be pressed by some of Trick Daddy's goons. And they basically was telling him, like, yo, you got to change your name. Trick Daddy worked hard for his name. You seem like you trying to come up off his name. And, you know, Trick responded like, what? I ain't trying to come up off his name. I've been had this name, and I worked hard for mine. Like, what y'all talking about? Now, even though Trick was far from home, he still decided to keep it G. He says Trick Daddy Goons was like, you know, sizing them up, looking at their jewelry. And he just said to himself, like, oh, I know what this about. Now, he says Trick Daddy Goon said, look, man, just hop in the car and follow us to the after party. And Trick say he's like, nah, we got to go back to the hotel. He like, nah, just follow us to the after party. And at this point, they must have flashed their guns and let them know they were situated. So they like, yo, they going to try to get us, but we not going to run. That's not happening. So we got to outsmart these dudes. Now, according to Trick, he sicked the female on one of the dudes. And, you know, to throw his attention off. And when that happened, a little traffic jam happened or whatever, and they was able to pull off at the light and go about their business and get out of the situation unharmed. But according to Trick, he said they made him feel very uncomfortable, and he wasn't feeling it. And he knew one day they would cross paths again. Now time would pass, and now Trick Daddy is booked in Detroit. And now, according to Trick, he knew what hotel he was staying in. He knew what room he was staying in. He knew the promoter that booked him. He knew what venue he was performing at. He even knew when he went to the mall because he had dudes out there on his heels. Now, this club that Trick Daddy was booked at, according to Trick, it wasn't his club, but it was like his club. In other words, he knew all the ins and outs to that club. He knew the security. And if he wanted anything to happen to you while you in that club, he can have it done. So now Trick pulls up to the club. And when he get there, he says there's people inside the club waiting for him, people outside the club, people in the parking lot. And he even had 2 more cars full of his goons that pulled up, all because they felt like he got violated when he was in Miami. Now, once Trick arrived at the club, he got word that Trick Daddy was in the bathroom, and his people asked him, like, you want us to do something to him? And he was like, nah, don't even do nothing right now. We gonna wait till he get on stage. Now, Trick Daddy will get word that there's some people in the club that's going to get at him or try to get at him. And, you know, he just is like, yeah, whatever. We got something for them if they try. Now, Trick Daddy's on stage. He's rocking the crowd. He's like 3 songs in. He's talking his junk. He tearing the house down, doing his thing. Now, Trick and his goons plan to rush the stage. But before Trick can give word to the goons to rush the stage, he turns around for a minute. And that's when the goons just rush Trick Daddy and his people and start beating them up, jumping them, you know, just violating everybody that's with Trick Daddy. Now, according to Trick Daddy tries to run off the stage down the steps, and he said he ran behind him and grabbed him by his jacket and, you know, started hitting him. And as he hitting them, the cops grabbed him. Now they get outside and, he says Trick Daddy is crying to the police like, yo, they got my ring. I got to go get my ring. They got my ring. And, as he's saying this, he noticed all his front teeth was knocked out. Now, this situation definitely got ugly quick. And, it's definitely a serious situation when somebody lose their teeth. But I just feel like Trick Daddy should have did a little bit more research on who Trick was before he tried that stunt in Miami, especially coming to Detroit. And Trick is very strong in Detroit, so like he should have did more homework. And people ain't play about their names back in the day. Now you will have a person named Nas, and then you got Little Nas X, and this one is in the guys. So back then, they would have got y'all confused and didn't know who was who. They'd be like, oh, ain't you Nas? You Illmatic? You like guys, right? No, that ain't me. That's Lil Nas X. So you had to have your own identity. But anyway, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'm out. One.